How is everybody? Just gonna wait for a little bit, see who hops on and joins. It's great to close out the day, and sun hasn't set yet, but I can see the moon, which is amazing. It's great to see those two awesome parts of our creation, our world. I love that. Just want to see who's gonna jump on, who's gonna do what. Let's make this fun. Let's tag some friends. Who's coming on? We'll just see. Whoever's on, whoever's live, whoever's here. I'm just gonna message. And why not? So I've messaged a few people. You can go when you're on a live, you can just you can just tag people. So why not? I just want to break out this day, close it out. I love it. I hope everyone's well out there. Ahmed, thank you for joining, brother. Ahmed, thank you so much. How's it going over there? You still in Bristol? Curiously, you still in Bristol? You still going out to the bars, working out? Who's out? Who's joining? Who's joining? Hey Kath, how you doing? Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate the energy of my Facebook friends and followers. I love it. And I love to close out the day with an element of gratitude. And gratitude, wouldn't you agree, is so important for acknowledging what we have in abundance, what we're gifted, what we are able to receive in abundance constantly. And I just want to acknowledge that. I'm grateful for my freedom. I'm grateful that I live in a country where I'm able to walk outside and I don't have to wear a crazy mask. I'm not around a bunch of people, and I'm fortunate that I'm able to just literally come out and walk into the hills and see the sunshine. I've got the new moon just above me up there, and to feel that collective energy is awesome. And I just want to acknowledge that, because I know that for a lot of my Facebook friends and followers out there, they don't see what I have that's just on my doorstep. And I love to share, but this is not mine. But it's awesome to share out and acknowledge that I feel I have this, which is in such abundance. It's great to feel so connected and to feel inspired from that. I allow myself to be inspired from that. And we just take a second just to scroll through and acknowledge who of you have taken some time to be present with yourself and also with me and my collective Facebook community. And the last time I did a Facebook Live, I had 19 hours. 19 hours of time zone difference from friends clear on the west coast of the United States of America, going all the way across So over here in the UK, Europe, parts of Africa, Middle East, and Asia, and then going over to Australia, New Zealand. So that was quite something to have a Facebook Live that was covering nearly 20 hours of a time zone. So I love that. Kath, how you doing? Hey Sarah, thank you so much for joining. Hey Edward, how you doing? Thank you for joining. Justin, how's it going? All the way in NZ. Good morning to you, Justin. So I think Justin, who's watching over in NZ, New Zealand, is probably, for me, here in the UK, my furthest friend. Actually, I have a couple of friends in Fiji who are a little bit further again, but nevertheless, thank you so much, Justin, for watching. You're live. Hashtag live, brother. That's right. It's not hashtag replay, it's hashtag live. How you doing? Andy, thank you for joining. Yo, he says. Hey, Christopher, thank you so much for joining. If any of you want to come on camera and feel like you want to hang out here or say anything, then you're welcome to do that. Just put a note in the comments. Want to go live with you, you're welcome to do that. I'm happy for any one of you to jump on and to hang out and to share whatever you want to share. Feel free to do that. If not, I will just keep sharing here. I'm really grateful that I can work location independent, so I can be wherever I want and do what I choose to do, what I love to do, without having to be somewhere specific. And right now, at this time, that's such an incredible blessing. I'm connected with people in lots of other areas of the world where right now, again, they have to be inside their homes or apartments, and some of these of my friends and contacts are not able to work, or they're not able to be as open, as free as what I'm able to experience at the moment. And I'm truly grateful for what I know and I feel that I have right now. And I make that absolutely abundantly clear that this is something that I'm personally grateful for. But there is another way of being able to set yourself free by being able to use a mobile device, by being able to plug into a network, or if you've got a bundle, if you've got to buy a bundle, or if you've got Wi-Fi or a router in the home and you can plug in, there's just another way to automate a business. In this digital world that we live in, we can automate a business and be digital. Because let's be fair, every single one of you on here at some point downloaded the Facebook app, reached out to people, started your own community, put posts up, and now you know how to join a live. So wouldn't you agree that with some very, very simple skills that every single one of us here on this Facebook Live has accumulated or has self-taught, or we have learned from other people who have shared, wouldn't you agree that by just upskilling yourself a little bit more, that you can do a little bit more at home rather than feel that you have to rely on something else called society to help you? But right now I just feel like I want to walk towards the sun. It's amazing. It's been mixed weather here in mid Wales, and that's okay. We've had a little bit of rain and wind, and I think a lot of people have. I know that I've got a lot of friends in the US and working right across the US. They've had a lot of wind and rain. We have here. I got a friend in Texas, and they've got Hurricane Hannah, H-A-N-A, which is kind of crazy, and we've all got different stuff going on. But I hope wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're in good spirits. And if you're not, I hope that you give yourself permission to feel like you can raise your vibrational energy and frequency, because we all deserve to be in good spirit, to feel good inside, to feel happy, and whatever that happiness is for us. And that's amazing, whether it's connected with a partner, just being by ourselves, with children, with friends, whatever that is for you. It's different for me, for every single one of us. A level of happiness means something different and is something different. And if anyone out there who I don't know as well yet isn't feeling on top of it for themselves for whatever reason, I sure hope for you that you can find something somewhere inside your mind, in your heart, something that you hear, something that you personally dial into, something that just clicks as of when, that brings you an elevation of happiness that lasts longer than a few minutes. Wouldn't you agree that life until very recently was, for the more part, for a lot of us, we needed to go somewhere to do something, to have an experience, to feel great. And this situation in society has taught me that being by myself is okay, and away from certain loved ones. And those of you who have been tuned into my Facebook lives over the last 4 months would know that in being away from my kids, I found that at the time a personal difficulty. Now that there's more of an open travel over here, I'm really grateful for that. I'm really grateful that I've had the opportunity to have a lot of solo time for me, to reevaluate who I am, to shed an ego and surrender and get rid of some toxicity that no longer serves me, and to embrace and to elevate into my higher self and state. And that's a constant thing. And those of you who are joined with me in Facebook Friends would, those of you who understand about personal growth and self-development, will know that's something that's ongoing. Like those of you who are on this Facebook Live who are into fitness or well-being, and you're onto your nutrition or working out, it's exactly the same thing. Anything that we want to be better at is a regular practice, a regular intentional practice that requires us to go to another level if we want it. That could be, if you're cooking food and you want to experiment with food, you learn to cook with other foods and spices and herbs and recipes, and it's time served, isn't it? It's whatever we want to do, whatever we want to be. It's investing intentional time and being prepared to do that, being prepared to do our due diligence, being prepared to do the do and to show up and to be what it is and who it is we want to be for us. Whether that's, if you're a guy, you want more muscle, or a woman, you want more muscle, or you want to be stronger or fitter or faster or whatever, or you want to learn a new language, or you want to earn more money, you want to learn a new skill, or there's a sacrifice of something to gain something else. Wouldn't you agree that this time has been amazing? It really has been amazing, for me anyway, to have this time where I've been able to set aside what I felt I needed to embrace something that actually has been way more beneficial for me than I ever gave it credit for. And looking from the outset, that wasn't possible. I had to go through that, and we've all had to do this together. We've all had to do this in our own way. We've all had to acknowledge something where there's been a change. For instance, if someone's been used to going out somewhere specific and that's taken away, well, there's two ways we can deal with it. We can either be really, really toxic about it and complain, or we can just go, okay, let's just release the ego and just acknowledge it is what it is. It's out of my control. And for me, turning to nature and coming out and walking into the hills and being able to see the sun, see the moon. I mean, here's the thing. How many here curiously have heard of a comet called Neowise? Okay, I just want that to land with you for a sec. Well, not physically, because if a comet lands on you, then okay, not only are you doomed, I'm probably going to be doomed as well. But that's metaphoric. Let me just say that again. How many of you heard of the comet Neowise? I want to share something with you right now. When I first heard about this comet Neowise, I was scrolling through Insta and I was quite intentional about who I was following, and I was picking up information about this comet that I could see sort of third week towards the back end of the second week, third week of July. I was quite excited, and I'm just like, I said to myself, I am going to see that comet. And it was highlighting places in the world where it was going to be easier to see the comet, and it needed to be clear night, blah blah blah. But I made up my mind. And I felt in my heart, I visualized seeing that comet. I thought about it. I saw it in my mind's eye, and I felt the emotion behind it ahead of time. Okay, hopefully what I'm about to say is going to land with somebody here, I hope. Or what I say to myself. So I'm hearing people talk that I'm connected with. Oh, did you see the comet? Did you see the comet? And I'm on Facebook and social media, and I'm seeing some awesome pictures that have been taken. And I'm like, I started to allow myself to get disheartened because I wanted to see it. And at the time, there was quite a lot of cloud cover here. So going out at night, I was, a bit too much cloud, and I'd go out again, and I just like, I've missed it. Maybe I'm not going to see it. Okay. I was out on my bike. I'd cycled back from being out at a town. I came back. And before I got back, it was quite cloudy, and I looked up and I'm just like, I'm going to see the comet tonight. I felt it. I'm going to see it. Now, wouldn't you agree that if there's cloud cover, quite heavy cloud cover, looking out and saying to yourself, I'm going to see a comet, most people are like, are you serious? Like, how is that possible if you can't even see a few hundred feet vertically that way because there's a barrier? It's called cloud. And I'm like, I'm going to see it. I went in. I did some stuff. Came outside. The clouds, after a while, they started to disperse. And I looked up. I just felt like I needed to look up. As I looked up, I looked down, I looked again, I looked around, and I looked up again, and I saw the comet. I felt the comet before I saw the comet. I want to say that again. I felt it before I saw it. Most people need to see something in order for there to be complete acceptance. Now they're satisfied because they've seen. Okay. Most people need to see to believe, in order to compute in their mind, to feel, to now know. It's possible. Whatever you want and feel that you need, whatever your why is, whatever your innate, deep-rooted feeling, why, dream, reality, whatever you really feel resonates with you, I hope in a great and positive way. We attract what it is that we really, really want. I'm going to say that again. We attract universally. And I know some of you here understand about the law of attraction, law of the universe. Some of you who are connected personally to a faith or to a God, or are very spiritually minded or aware. Some of you who are into meditation, or just very self-aware or very dialed in, whatever. And I'm not going to go into the specifics of that, but for me, I felt like that was going to happen. So just for those of you who are listening, who are scrolling, who are hanging out, who have landed here this evening, thank you for being present. Thank you for giving yourself permission to be present with you, with me, and for the rest of the community. Any takeouts from here, whatever you want, bad enough, that you feel it in here, that you think about it, that you see it ahead of time, that you know whatever it takes, you're going to see it, but you don't know how. You just know, you just feel, I'm just going to have that, I'm going to see it, I'm going to be a part of it. It will happen. If you want it bad enough, but how much do you want it? How bad do you want it? What is it that you want so much that it fills your heart, fills your mind, and you're just like, I just need, want, and know that I'm going to be a part of that experience and feeling for me. And we can make things happen for the good or for the not so good. So I'm learning more and more about being really clear and really intentional on what it is I really, really want to attract, and what it is I really want and why. Because wouldn't you agree, as children, and for those of us who have children or who know children, or who care for children, or have grandparents, grandchildren, children are so good at getting what they want because they live in the experience before they have it. They fill themselves up, they consume themselves with so much energy and emotion and feeling like they're experiencing it. And they are so persuasive, and they keep going and going and going until they receive and get what they want. As adults, we lose the capacity to really discover, as we once felt as a child, what it is we really want. I'm going to say that again. As a child, all of us, at some point in our lives, would have persuaded an adult, a parent, a member of the family, somebody, an older sibling, we would have persuaded with so much energy, being consumed with so much, like, I need this, I'm gonna have it, because there was absolute certainty, there was It was unshakable, unstoppable self-belief. When a person creates unstoppable, unshakable, complete certainty and belief, we have whatever it is we want ahead of time. Doesn't matter how we're going to get there. We just know we're going to get there and we're going to have what it is we want. We all did this at some point in our lives as kids. And maybe some of you out there who are listening to me right now, who are entrepreneurs, business owners, successful in your own way, or have just landed something in you. Could be a holiday, could be meeting somebody, could be going somewhere, could be having something, the home of your dreams, the TV, could be, I don't know, whatever lands for you. You just go, I know I'm going to have that. I don't know how, but it's just going to happen. And then you live in that moment, you give space for it, you have that total certainty, consumed by the feeling and the emotion as if you've experienced it ahead of time. And guess what? The universe, God, whatever you are plugged into, you receive. You receive. You have. It happens. What you don't know, what I don't know, is the how and the when, unless we become even more intentional in creating a time, a date, working towards specific, and we can do that, and that's very powerful. I hope what I've shared has landed with somebody here. If it hasn't with you, thank you for being present, because it's re-landed with me. And I need to keep reminding myself of this for my why and my next part of my journey and chapter in my own life. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you're all great here. Any one of you here, just remember, we, you, us, have greatness. We have incredible greatness. Every single one of you here has something so incredible that so many need to have, because it's you. Every single one of us has incredible greatness. You see that sun? You know how far away that is from our world? You know how far away that is? I ain't going to tell you how far away it is. Go look it up. That sun has greatness. Energy is a constant. It gives light, gives power, gives energy, gives nutrition, gives so much. Happiness, warmth, touches everybody's lives when we don't have the clouds covering, right? What are you prepared to do today, now, to uncover, to unearth your greatness, to manifest that, to attract, so that you can give back out what the universe is abundantly and has abundantly given? Look at that. The universe has abundantly given me this evening that amazing sun, that amazing moon up there. I've got the privilege and honor to have that. Every single one of us receives in massive abundance. And guess what? We have inside you, me, us, incredible abundance, massive potential, huge. who knows, but only you and time, how many countless lives you, us, we, me, can touch, can change, because of having the stepping out of who I am today and acknowledging and going out and receiving and giving back out, because we constantly receive in huge amounts. Go have an incredible day. Wherever you are, good morning to you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.